This is Lewis Hart for Boxing Social in association with Empire Fight Store, Forged Irish Stout, ready to fight. Delighted to be joined with Johnny Nelson, MBE. Second time this fight week. Good to be joined with you again, mate. Just as the weigh-in for Joshua Buatsi v Dan Azeez. We had a nice build-up that you were involved in yesterday, all leading to a great fight on Saturday night.
You know what, I'm so looking forward to Saturday night because I think the whole bill from top to bottom is going to be buzzing. The whole bill, to me, if you're a fight fan, it's where you want to be. You've got Francesca Hennessy. Come on, you know, I love everything. Her entrance, her energy, everything she wants to do. I think her dad is such a cool guy to think he'd put his daughter in. A great little fighter, and so I've got a soft spot for her. Of course, Caroline Dubois, she's on the bill. The heir apparent. This girl, she's an animal when it comes to fighting. You can't mess with her. Jamie TKB, he's there as well. Again, he's back in action again. Got the loss nice, thinking, look, I want to rebuild again, put myself back in the right position. And then after that, you move on. Adam Azeez. Trust me, that's a tough fight. That's a tough fight. And I know his promotion, his Poulon, his promotional team, and I know their background. I've worked with them before when I used to fight, so they're experienced. They know what they're doing. They're not stupid. So if there's a banana skin, that might be it. And of course, the top of the bill. You look at the top of the bill. The top of the bill, you've got two guys that are friends. They've got to be frenemies. There's no hatred there, but they've got to get down to the job itself. We did gloves are off here, and when we did the gloves are off here publicly, you looked around and you thought to yourself, these guys, they had to cut all emotion, just get on with the job. And that spike's there. It was created, you could see it. And I actually thought to myself, doing this fight week could be the straw that broke the camel's back. Because if I'm obsessing about you for 3-4 months, and I think, right, I've got him down, and you say something, fight week, so close to the fight, that makes me rethink, have I got this right? Makes me doubt myself. This is where it could get tricky. And I think I saw a little something there yesterday, between Josh and Dan, that made me think Dan was surprised with something Josh did, how he carried himself, and I think a realisation will have kicked in of how big this task is.
How did you compare that live gloves are off? There was obviously the crowd interaction. We did see some crowd interaction from, I suppose, Team Buatsi with Azeez, but this one was obviously on fight week, and that I'm right in saying they aren't usually on fight week. They're not usually recorded on fight week.
Around the time when the fights are announced, we do that, get it out that way. Then the fights can concentrate on getting ready and preparing for each other. But this one, the live one yesterday, I love that. I love the fact because it's giving something back to the fans as well. It's actually hard for the fighters, but the fans themselves being in there, if you support one fighter or another, that's when it gets hard. Because what happens is, if you've got your fans behind you and they're shouting abuse at somebody, and you're the guy you sat opposite shouts abuse to you, your fans are like, yo, you can't let them do that. So you've got to stand up. You can't let that happen. So you've got to be more reactive. Fortunately, these two are nice guys. They're both nice guys. They're not bad men. And because they're from the same area, their friends are the same friends. The families move together. This is business. So now for the fighters, they've got to cut full emotion from each other. Don't think this is going to be a less of a fight because they know each other, because it's actually going to be more of a fight because they know each other. And that's why I think the fight itself will be wicked. The fans will love it. I think the gloves are off yesterday. Absolutely love a live version of it. And I hope we do many more.
I was going to say, do you want to see it back, or is there something that is quite nice about the tension of the three people in the room and it is silent as anything, and I suppose you three? Like, how does that sort of compare?
It swings and roundabouts. I like the fact of being stuck in a room and it's tense. There's nobody to lean on. There's nobody. It's just down to the fighters themselves. I like that for the fighters because I can read a lot more from a fighter in that situation. In this situation here, we can all put on the front. We can all be braggadocious. So it's hit and miss. It's hit and miss, and we could actually. It's down to the individuals, and it's down to the fighters. But I love the live one is for the public. The individual one is to get a read on the fighters.
Well, I suppose we'll move on to other topics that surround Sky. We did see a massive announcement yesterday, Tyson Furu versus Oleksandr Usyk. Not only is it going to be on DAZN, not only is it going to be on TNT, it's also going to be on Sky Sports box office as well. Obviously good news for yourself working at Sky, and looking forward to having, I suppose, never been seen before. We've got a massive fight like this on all three broadcasters.
One, the fans are the ones that win because it's there, it's available for everybody to watch. That's number one. Number two, Sky Sports is the biggest platform in the world when it comes to boxing. They're the biggest platform, and once they own who they are, they put on an amazing show. They put on an amazing event. They know how to advertise it and push it. So any promoter and everybody, they realistically want to work with Sky because they know it's an amazing platform to work with. So now, so in regards to who else is involved, it doesn't mean anything because Sky Sports signed up. They'll be around 30, 35, 40 years. You ain't competing with them when they throw the hat in the ring. So now it comes to the fight itself. The fight itself, it's a great fight to be involved with. I'm really happy. I'm happy because I was there when Fury beat Klitschko, and all the hullabaloo before and after. I've been around when Fury boxed Wilder, and he looked at all the drama and the hullabaloo around it. Drama and success follows this man, and like a phoenix, he rises out of the ashes and pulls it off. Now all the gossip, all the rumours that's going around, what's happening now in training camp, against the best fighter, another champion, another outstanding best fighter in Usyk. Will Tyson Fury do it again? After this fight, if Tyson Fury pulls this off, no matter what, there's no doubt, there's no arguing, who have you boxed, what's he done? You've got to look at this guy respectfully and say, you are the best fighter in the world. I personally have always thought Tyson Fury beats Oleksandr Usyk. It's only this last week where I've started to doubt, started to question. But Tyson Fury officially is the best heavyweight in the world, and nothing's changed. And I suppose it's because of information you're privy to. It's make me think, have I got it wrong? I want to follow my gut. My gut said, nah, I'm not buying that. Tyson's a fighting man, but it's just a hard one. It is a hard fight.
Just going back onto the broadcasting situation we were talking about, obviously Sky's been around for 30, 40 years. Do you expect that when it comes to pay-per-view vias to trump TNT and DAZN?
Without a doubt. Listen, come on, anybody with any sense knows that Sky are the best at pushing any fight in any sport. That's why the promoters, that's why everybody wants to do business with when it comes on that level. They are the best. And you'll go in Spain, you'll go to the smallest little village, some bar, Sky's on the screen. And that's years of work, that's years of indoctrinating yourselves into the homes and villages of people. So for everybody else that wants to get involved in that, they've got to put the work in. And the work is like 10, 20, 25 years old. And that's how long you've got to work for.
Well, I suppose we'll move on the topic of Fury Usyk. We did speak earlier in the week about the training camp and what you said on the Talk Boxing podcast with Spencer Oliver and with Spencer Oliver and yourself on TalkSport. The rumours were obviously that Oppenheimer dropped Tyson Fury. That's what people were saying. Fury did call that as not Fury. Eddie Hearn called that as an absolute rubbish. And just quoting him, speak for seconds out, he said that when he talking about your comments, he said there's always agendas in boxing. To categorically say that is true is ridiculous. I suppose maybe suggesting that you potentially may have an agenda against Fury or things like that. How do you sort of respond to those comments and the outcry since you said those comments?
Well, first of all, it surprises me because Eddie and Frank have never been the best buddies, but now they're working together. So I understand what you're saying about agendas. Secondly, at what point did I say Oppenheimer dropped Tyson Fury? The only person I've heard say that is Eddie. So it's like somebody stealing something and saying, it's not me! And he's not even being accused. So that's come out of Eddie's mouth, it's not come out of my mouth. What came out of my mouth is Tyson's been showing his arse in sparring. That means he's had a hard time in sparring. That's what came out of my mouth. So if Eddie wants to attribute his words to me, I'm making it quite clear. I didn't say that, Eddie. You said that. So you might have misheard, but you never heard it out of my mouth. In regards to agendas, why would I have an agenda? I love the fact that fighters make money. That's what I'm not a promoter, I'm not a manager, and so the problem with our sport is promoters, managers and trainers, they want to tell fighters about fighting. And I don't, they want to tell fighters about fighting, and they're out of order. I'm not going to tell Eddie about promoting. I'm not going to tell managers about managing. I'm not going to tell trainers about training. Don't talk to fighters about fighting. And that's why I put my foot down and say, no, that don't work. So the only agenda here is the benefit of the fighters. That's the only agenda.
Absolutely. Johnny, I know you've got to go, so I appreciate you taking time to speak to me. Always good to catch up with you, mate, and I appreciate it, mate. All the best for tomorrow as well, mate. Top man. Thank you. Cheers.
We need to think of a new advert for freebets.com.
Get your best betting offers from freebets.com.
Yeah, that'll do.
The following deals are now live.